Hey, what's up guys? My name is Tess and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Bomb. So yesterday, Dirty Bomb's official YouTube channel released a video kind of explaining what they're going to do this summer. So first of all, a very cool thing I think is they basically confirmed that they do read a lot of comments, a lot of forum posts and a lot of stuff on Reddit. We kind of already knew this, but still it is really cool to hear that again from them, kind of confirming that they actually do read what the community wants and hopefully they hear a lot of our prayers. They again said they want to be more transparent. Again, they have said this a lot of times before, and to a certain degree I think they have been more transparent, but we still have a long way to go. For starters, I think patch notes should be released as soon as they announce a update. In-depth patch notes as well, because update to the latest version or a update the security system isn't enough. I think it's totally possible to announce the patch notes at the same time as they announce the update. Usually they'll do this around 24 hours for the actual update itself. They've claimed in the past that they changed so much that it wouldn't really work out releasing patch notes. In my opinion, if you're gonna change the update itself so much to whereas the patch notes aren't useful anymore before the update, maybe you should go back to the drawing board and really think if the update itself is ready to be released. Crafting system. So with the recent release of Gallery and the remakes of Underground and Market, they are really happy with execution, and I totally agree. I think the majority of the players don't really care for execution too much. I think the new map is awesome, also the old maps are reworked and they are pretty dope as fuck right now too. More objective is also a really good thing. So again, they kind of hint that they kind of know that they totally fucked up the crafting system and it isn't really a success they hoped for. Also, they want to make sure that the thing that happened with the crafting system won't happen again, and I think that's a really good thing, because if this would happen again, that would definitely be the final nail in the coffin for splash damage and Dirty Bomb. They also said with the 2nd edition card update they did things a lot differently, and this kind of blows my mind because they basically said that what they did back then was really good, worked out really well, content creators were involved, all that shit. A lot of people got a lot of information before the actual update. Why wouldn't you do this again with something as big as the crafting system? This really blows my mind. They basically said again that they want to do the things that they did with the 2nd edition card update again with all the future updates. I think that's really good, but it still blows my mind why they didn't do that with the actual crafting update, which was huge. So I don't know why they didn't do this. Maybe it would take too much time and effort, or they already assumed that most of the players wouldn't like the craft system, so they kind of didn't want to promote it as much. I don't know, these are just speculations. So in the future they want to announce updates, events, all that shit way ahead. I think is really good. This way people can actually prepare themselves, save credits, save cards, make time to play, maybe even delay yourself from buying equipment cases, because if you know that there will be an event coming up soon, you're better off buying them then. So then another really cool thing is kind of as a quote-unquote goodwill gesture or a apology, they will have a small event from August 25th throughout September 5th. They will increase the amount of fragments gained from recycling by approximately 20%. They will decrease the fragment costs for crafting by also approximately 20%, as well as the crafting kits in the in-game store will be 40% off. Still gonna make some money. And on top of all of that, every single day you will receive a case that contains either cases, weapon kits or crafting kits, which is really cool. And again, they apologized specifically to the veterans, which again kind of confirms they know they kind of screwed up with the recent updates. So let's talk about boosters. They also announced that the 1 hour credit booster will be removed from the arsenal crates, which is just awesome. Recently there was a post on the forums specifically around this topic. It was basically just a ripoff. Roughly 1 hour credit boosters equals 720 credits, which is actually less than a single case that we got before the arsenal crates came into the game. But not only that, all of the credit boosters across the board are reduced in price, and actually quite significantly. So I have a list here. The 1 hour credit booster will be removed altogether, so it won't be available to buy and it won't be available in a arsenal crate. The ones you still have, those will still remain in your inventory until you use them, but the 1 hour booster will be gone. So will have a list of all the prices on screen right now. So you can basically see that they cut all of the prices in half, which is really cool. Really needed because the boosters weren't really worth that money in my opinion. Still, they don't double the missions or dailies, which kind of sucks, but at least this makes them a little bit more viable to purchase. So a little bit more on the arsenal crates. They won't contain 1 hour boosters anymore, but they won't also contain 3 hour credit boosters, which is also quite sick because those are still decent, but they aren't really fun to get, so I'm happy they are getting removed. As well as the 5 equipment case bundle, that's also going to be removed from the arsenal crate. So we don't have the exact values of all the drop rates in the arsenal crates, but I assume that because of removing these things, all of the drop rates from all of the other items are actually getting shifted. Unfortunately, all of this will only take effect after the next update. Unfortunately, I would have hoped they would release this right now. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And then the final thing, the main thing they want to focus right now on is how what they call the summer squash. Basically, they will address all of the bugs, which was really needed. Also, they want to start and actually optimize the game as it's supposed to be, which is also really needed because a lot of people have been getting a lot more frame drops, just in general a lot worse performance during the last couple of updates, and I myself have noticed and experienced some of this as well, and I'm on a beastly rig, so I can only pray for the people who have a lesser PC than I do. Unfortunately, I don't know how long this will take. They have set goals for themselves that they want to complete, and as soon as those are completed, they will focus back again at the game content. So this does mean that we won't see any game content for a while, unfortunately. So hopefully after all of this, the game will run like a dream. Also, they will release updates along the way, so hopefully we can see and notice the difference. They will report everything back to the community and being as transparent as possible. I would have loved to see them hiring an extra couple of devs so they can focus on the bugs and performance issues while still creating new game content. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and you have to agree that's probably because of a limitation on money. I'm sure all of this has been a result of the very negative feedback, as well as probably a huge decrease in players, as well as a decrease in their revenue. All in all, I think this is a really good step forward. I hope to see them succeeding in their summer squash thing. Please do let me know what you think about this. I will have a link in the description towards the video itself, so you can watch that if you want. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.